Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Taff with another Taff's Word. Again, about Newport County. It's the pre-season, so obviously I'm talking about our team and our progress, our signings, and what we're going to look like come the big kick-off. And I've seen the first teamers in two friendlies, Swindon Supermarine and obviously against Gloucester up in Evesham yesterday. Hope you all like the look of our new flag. I think it looks awesome. I absolutely love it. I love all the new flags. When the home games start, you'll see the other new two as well. And obviously we're stepping it up a gear with the Amber Army. Um, I was going to mention our group in this blog because I want people to start embracing what we're trying to do. We shared an article not too long ago, and it's about the impact of the atmosphere in British football, club fans emulating the ultras of Central Europe and obviously the rest of the world. Ultras groups are renowned for having the greatest of atmospheres. When they're a strong ultras group, even when they're not a strong ultras group, if the effort's there and the passion's there, the atmosphere is out of this world. I know we're restricted in a lot of ways to the fact that we can't do pyro in this country. There's a lot of things we can't do, and there's a lot of things that ultras across Europe and across other parts of the world do, and that's get involved with the hooliganism and things like that. Whereas the ultras groups in Britain are not like that. They're just super fans singing, bouncing, making as much noise as possible, which is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to create an atmosphere. We're not trying to put ourselves on any pedestal, which some people may believe. We're not trying to be we're not trying to discredit anyone that may have created atmospheres at the county before. What I'm saying is if we all come together, we can create these atmospheres. And the ultras groups are reviving the atmosphere in English football, which has died off. Slowly but surely, football has died off on the atmosphere in Britain since, obviously, the removal of terraces in the highest league and the introduction of Sky Sports, of course. Obviously, when there's more televised games, you're going to get less people at the game and more people sat watching on the TV because it's cheaper to do it that way. Obviously, you don't get the experience, you don't get the atmosphere, or anything like that. But at the end of the day, people, if you're short of your money, you're not going to push the boat to go to the football when you can sit and watch it for free on the TV for that 1 week. So, I think the introduction of TV in football has obviously created more money, which has made clubs push the boat out more to sign players, which means the fans have got to fill the gap basically because the ticket prices have gone really high. And for us to be able to be competitive at all, we have to have high ticket prices, which is another reason why I wanted to point that out with the county. People moan about, I'm not going to go and watch League Two football when I can go watch Premier League football for not much more. Okay, so the cheapest Premier League price could be around about £25 and the most expensive county price could be around about £20. So in theory, I can understand. Only a £5 difference between League Two football and Premier League football. It does seem as though we're ripping people off. But when you look at it logically, because a lot of people don't look at it logically, they don't want to look at it logically, they use it as an excuse to sit and watch Man United, Liverpool and all the big clubs on TV rather than come and support the county. Logically, a £25 Premier League ticket is basically a cheap seat that they can't sell or they struggle to sell. It's basically, the top teams that sell out every week don't lower the ticket prices. Your Arsenals, Liverpools, Man Uniteds, Chelseas, they don't lower their ticket prices anyway. Obviously, you've got your more expensive seats, but they don't lower prices because they can't sell them. The lower end of the Premier League, who don't sell out every week, they do put some seats as a low price just to get someone sat in there, just to make something from it. You know what I mean? So that's why some, and I'm talking about some, very minimal prices in the Premier League are low, and why, it may look in comparison to our prices really cheap, which makes us look really expensive. But the thing is, ticket money is one of the main incomes for a League Two and a League One team, because TV money there's not a lot of, sponsorship money there's not a lot of because of the lack of TV time, of course. Obviously that's improving in some ways, but at the end of the day, Newport County haven't had a live televised league game since we've been promoted into the Football League. The only televised games we've had was Plymouth at home on BT Sports, and I believe Blackburn at home on S4C. Everything else, nothing. We've never had a live League 2 game. Whereas when we were in the conference, we had seven televised live games on Premier Sports. So in League 2, the TV money isn't great, but in the Premier League, the TV money's massive. So League 2, we have to make the most we can on our ticket income as we can. Matchday income we struggle with over the county, but somehow we still price ourselves as one of the cheapest, but at the bottom end on price wise of League 2. So if you base the prices on that, we're not that bad. And then if you base that on full price, our highest price against the Premier League's highest price, and we're in a lot of ways £40 to £50 cheaper. Whereas you price us against the lowest Premier League, as I've said, we look like we're expensive, but that's pretty much the going rate for League 2 football. So I've rambled on there for 6 minutes. Basically, the moral of what I wanted to start this blog with is the atmosphere at games is starting to improve greatly across the country because people are adopting the Ultras style. They're trying to emulate Ultras. So that's why we're doing it. That's why we are kicking things on. We're trying to create that kind of atmosphere so people come and enjoy it, and we get the players hyped up, get everybody hyped up. So that's basically what we want to do. We want to create that Ultras feel purely because we want to see the team thrive off it. Whenever the team have done well, it's been always our Newport County have always done well on the back of great atmospheres. When the fans have really got behind us. So that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to create. We're not trying to put ourselves on a pedestal. We're not trying to. It's not an ego thing. We just want to get the atmosphere rocking in Rodney Parade and in the away grounds. So we're urging people. If you're watching this, we're urging you. Come and join us. We're open to ideas. If you think the whole thing is cringeworthy, look, tell us why. Tell us why and what can we do to make things better. We want to make it so we're perfect. We're doing it right. We want to get everyone involved. Well, at least as many as we can. We want to get that stadium rocking like it was at Notts County. We want that every game at home throughout for 90 minutes. We want that stadium bouncing. So that's pretty much what that is. And especially now, going on to the fact that we're looking really, really good. I mean, granted, we're playing non-league teams at the moment, but you can just see the quality. The quality's there. Dolan is picking passes left, right and centre. Reynolds is going to terrorise defences. Noble looks like he's got a bit of confidence about him. Gutted for Jacko. Marlon Jackson, not many people might be a fan of Marlon Jackson, but I've got a good feeling about him. And if the injury isn't that bad and he doesn't miss much time in the season, he could come good for us. And Sean Rigg looked fantastic with Labadie. Rigg, Dolan and Labadie, that could be our midfield three. So I got to meet Sean Rigg's dad yesterday as well. What a lovely chap he is. Hope to see more and more of him. But to be honest with you guys, County looking good for this season. Looking forward to the friendly at Northampton, because then we're going to be pit up against some top quality players who are in the league above. So we're gearing up well for it. I believe Barry's going to be youth team only because of the pitch. Is a 3G, so I'm going to knock that one on the head because I've been to a lot of friendlies so far this pre-season. So looking forward to seeing everybody if you're going to Northampton. But most importantly, the big kick-off is less than a fortnight away now. So absolutely buzzing for it. So thanks again for watching, guys. And get involved with the Amber Army if you really want to get involved with the atmosphere at the games. We're open people. We want to include everybody. And we just want to get the noise levels up. It's as simple as that. No egos, no pedestals, no nothing. Only love for the club, and the want to get the atmosphere better. So thanks again for watching, and as always, up the county.